is low, that will have lower energy. Abo principle, entering of electron from lower energy to higher energy, isn't it? Most of the case, what happened? What I'm saying here, you will get 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d. Just remember up to 3d. No need for 4p, 4d. No, nobody asks you. Okay, nobody asks you what happened. 4p, 4d. You have to remember what actually 1s is less than 2s, 2s is lesser than 2p, 2p is lesser than 3s, then what? 3p, then 4s, finally what happened? 3d. The up to here enough for us. Up to 30 elements only enough for us. Remaining, leave it that. Leave it that. Okay. But you're writing electronic configuration of elements. Now, how many electrons maximum we can fill in s orbital? 2. In again s2. How many we can fill maximum in p orbital?
6.
6. In s orbital?
2.
D orbital maximum we can fill how many? D. How many we can fill?
10.
10 electrons we can fill. Now you have to remember this is the order you need to remember. Okay, for examination point of view. So if the atomic number given 17, just imagine if atomic number is given 17. Okay, now you have to fill here what? 2, 2, 6, completed 10. Okay, now again 2, 12. Here how many you have to fill now? Tell me. In the place of here, how many you have to fill? How many you have to fill?
5.
5 we need to fill actually, right? Because 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 5, 17. Like that, we will get the electronic configuration. But one exception is there. Two exceptions are there. What are the exceptions for copper and the zinc? This is important for us. Copper and zinc is important. Actually, atomic number of copper is, manganese, chromium, copper and chromium. Chromium and copper. Chromium and copper. Chromium atomic number actually what? 24, right? So 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d. How to fill this one? 24. 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 24. This is actual configuration, right? But what is happening here? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d. Next. Now, in 3d, when you observe 3d, there will be 5 orbitals on there. Okay, 5 orbitals on there. Now, I want to fill what? 4 electrons like this. 3d4, right? This is called 3d4. Now, this one is called 3d5. This is called 3d5. This one is 3d5. Among these two, which is symmetrical and which is having more exchange energies? Which one is more symmetry? 3d4 or 3d5? Which one is symmetry or which one is having more exchange energies? Reply. If you don't reply what happened, I will take more time. Otherwise, I can finish within 45 to
3d5.
Finish. If you take more.
3d5.
Yes?
3d5. 3d5.
3d5 is symmetrical. Half fill configuration. Symmetry or not? Can you cut into equal parts? Yes, you can cut into equal parts here. But can you cut into equal parts here? No. So, electronic distribution always in terms of symmetrical. So, half fill configurations are more stable. That is the reason what happens here. One of the electron will enter here. So, that is the reason 4s2 will become 4s1. 3d4 becomes 3d5. So what is the chromium abnormal configuration? This is the chromium abnormal configuration. This is normal configuration. Normal configuration. This one is actually abnormal configuration. This one is actually abnormal configuration. So you have to remember this configuration. 4s1, 3d5. What about the copper? Copper is actually having 29 atomic number. The configuration will be again 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d9. Okay. Other way you observe here, atomic number 24, no? So you see 24 only. Atomic number 29, so you see 29 only, 29 only, no? Right. Now here also what happened, 4s2, 3d9. 3d9, how it looks like this? 3d9 you can write like this. 3d9 you can write like this. This is called 3d9. And if I make one more electron here, this is called 3d10. Now among this 3d10 and 3d9, which is more symmetrical? Which is symmetrical?
3d10.
3d10.
3d10 is more symmetrical and more exchange energies. In structure of atom, we discussed that one. So that is the reason it's stable. So that is the reason what happened. One of the electron will jump here. So abnormal configuration for this one we get 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Now 4s2 will become 4s1. 3d9 will become here 3d10. So this is the abnormal configuration. This one is again abnormal configuration. Okay. Only these two will get different. In the remaining up to 30 atomic number, as usual you will get same thing. We have to go 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3. Okay. You have to remember chromium and copper. This one. This one, if you remember, remaining will be normal only. So this is the very important topic we need to remember for abnormal configurations. Okay, remaining normal configurations we get. So this will be the order. Okay, 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s, then 4f, 5d, 6p, 7s, then 5f, 6d, 7p. In this way, you have to go here. How we have to go first? 1s, then what? 2s, then 2p, then 3s, then 3p, then 4s, then 3d, then 4p, 5s, then what? 4d, 5p, then 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p, 7s, then what actually 5f, 6d, 7p, like this, in this way. First of all, you write like this: 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d. Like that, if you write what happened, this will be easy for you. Okay. So this is the filling of electronic configurations, isn't it? Let me take now electronic configurations in the periods. So yesterday we discussed period is nothing but called horizontal row. It is a horizontal row, isn't it? Horizontal row it is. So with the value of the principal quantum number for the outermost, that means valency shell, indicates the period number of that element, isn't it? So if you observe electronic configuration, in the electronic configuration, you have to observe valency shell. In that valency shell, what about the principal quantum number? That will be the period number. We'll take one example again. Yesterday we discussed anything again. We are discussing the according to periodic tables. Now what is the principal quantum number of outermost shell? Tell me, for this example, what is the principal quantum number for outermost shell?
3.
3, right? Now, sodium belongs to which period? Sodium belongs to which period? Third period. So we have to observe whichever is the not highest number. Remember,
First period.
Whichever is what? Outermost shell, I am saying. First period. Who is saying first period?
Second period. Name second period.
Who is saying second period? Who is saying second period? Think and say answer. Don't say whatever you are having. Don't say that one. Again, you see outermost shell. Which is the outermost shell here? This part. This is the outermost shell. Outer means the last one. The last orbit is what? 3. Is the principal quantum number. N is equal to here 3. Therefore, it belongs to which period? You are saying what? Second period. What you are listening? This is the way of listening to the class. So it belongs to what? Third period. In this way, this is the method of what? Identifying the period number by using what actually? Electronic configurations. Okay. Next. Now we will take what? First period. What are the elements you are having in the first period? Helium. There are 2 elements are there in the first period. They are called hydrogen and helium. So the configuration 1s1 and this one is having 1s2. Quickly we take this one. So first period start with the filling of the lowest level 1s orbital, and it has 2 elements. What are they? Hydrogen and helium. Next, second period. Second period has how many elements? If you observe, 8 elements you are having. You are having what? 8 elements you are having. There are 8 elements on there. Now, their configuration, if you observe here, 2s1 to 2s2, 2p6, isn't it? So in this, what happened? The electrons are filling in which orbital? In examination, you will get this type of questions compulsory. In second period, which orbitals, which subshells will be filled? Like that, you will get questions. Remember, if you listen to the class, what happened? It is very simple for you. In second period, which subshells will be filled? 2s orbital and 2p orbital. Why? Because you observe here, it is what? 2s1. It is what? 2s2. After 2s2, next will be? Yes? After 2s2, boron, next electron will fill in which orbital? Reply. If you don't, you have to
2p.
2p1, 2p2. This one will be 2p3. This one will be 2p4. This one will be 2p5. This one will be 2p6. 2s2 will be there for all cases. 2s2 will be there. 2s2 will be there like this. Now, question in this second period, what are the questions you have to practice here? 8 elements are there in the second period. All of you listen carefully. In second period, 8 elements are there. What are they? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Atomic numbers from 3 to 10. Electronic configuration 2s1, 2s2, 2s2, 2p1, 2s2, 2p2, 2s2, 2p3, 2s2, 2p4, 2s2, 2p5, 2s2, 2p6. Okay. Now electrons will fill in 2s and 2p orbital. These are the points you have to remember for examination point of view. Next, third period, let me see here. Third period also will have 8 elements only. Only will have 8 elements only. What are they? Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. Now, which orbitals will fill here? 3s and p. That means 3s and 3p orbitals. Now, sodium will have configuration. Tell me, all of you tell me configuration of sodium. Tell me.
3s1.
Next one. Next one will
3s2.
be. Next one will be
3s2.
3s2.
3p1.
Next one will be 3p.
3p.
Silicon.
3p2.
For phosphorus.
3p3.
3p3.
Very good. Next sulfur.
3p4.
3p4.
3p.
3p5.
This one will be
3p6.
Now, when you observe here, second and third period, everything is same, only the n value is different. N value. In second period, n value is 2. In third period, n value is 3. Remaining electronic configurations will follow same order only. Order will be same. Isn't it? 2s1, 2s2 here, 3s1, 3s2. There 3s2, 3p1 here, 2s2, 2p1 here, 3s2, 3p1. There argon, isn't it? There in the second period, neon, 2s2, 2p6 here, 3s2, 3p6. So which orbitals are filling here? 3cs and 3p. This is important for you. In examination, this point is important for you. Okay. So in the third period, 3s and 3p orbitals are filling here. Okay. You practice that elements, you will get that one, no problem. Next, we will see the some questions I will ask you in this one. Okay. Next, fourth period, we'll see next slide. Before that, what happened? I will ask some question. Tell me the answer for this one. The electronic configuration of 2s2 2p6 denotes which element?
Neon.
The neon.
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 Helium.
Neon.
You one thing actually, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. In place of writing every time 1s2, you can place even helium also here. Putting helium and writing 2s2, 2p6 also, we can write like that. Okay, whenever you get 1s2, whenever you get 2s2, whenever you get 2s2, 2p6, put that one as a neon argon light. That we'll discuss, no problem. Okay, so I think you got some this how to write the atomic number, how to make the atom name by using the electronic configuration. Okay, right. This way we can easily answer it. Student belongs to which period? Tell me.
Third.
Third
Hmm.
period.
The second period.
Third period.
How
Third
to
period. Sorry, sir. Third period.
listen better, listen better. You how to make answer, I will explain. First you write the sodium configuration. Atomic number 11. So start from 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Now only I filled 10 only, no, 11 actually. Only 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. Remaining one we can fill where in 3s1. Now 3 will be here what? Period number. So answer will be definitely third. That means not only sodium, if you know up to 30 only, you have to remember up to 30, atomic number 30, up to 30 only is equal to up to 30 only. Okay, then you will get easy for this. In this way we can easily answer this. Now, which of the following has both members from same period of periodic table? Which belongs to same period? Elements belongs to same period. Is it possible for you?
NaCl.
NaCl.
NaCl. Very good. How to answer this type of questions? You see, sodium, atomic number 11, atomic number 9. Okay, magnesium 12, calcium 20. Atomic numbers I am writing. Sodium 11, chlorine 7, beryllium 4, aluminum will be 30. Now you can write by electronic configurations also. But remember one thing, first period atomic number 1 and 2. Second period atomic numbers from 3 to 10. Third period atomic number from 11 to 18. Fourth period atomic number from 90 to, what is it actually? 36 actually. In this way, plus 7, plus 18, plus 18, plus 32, we can write this one. Fifth one, atomic number 37. To what actually? 54. Sixth period, atomic number from 55 to 86. Seventh period, atomic number from 87 to 118. If you remember this one also, we can write easily. Okay, 1 to 2. First period 1 and 2. Second period 3 to 10. Third period 11 to 18. Fourth period 19 to 36. Fifth period 37 to 54. 56th period 55 to 86. 87 to 80, 118, 7. Easy to remember also. What I have done actually, already you know, in second period how many elements we are having? 8. So 3 plus 8 you have to write. And here also we are having 8 only. Here we are having 18. Here we are having 18. Here you are having 32. You are having 32. Plus you will get this. Now based upon that also we can give the answer here. Now 11, 17 here. 11, 17. Which period they are having? Third period. So answer will be third. Otherwise, if you don't remember this one, if you don't know this one, you have to write configurations. Sodium configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Next, fluorine configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5 you have to write. 2p5 you have to write. Then again magnesium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, sorry 2p6, 3s2. Calcium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. Next for sodium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. For chlorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. For beryllium 1s2, 2s2. For aluminum 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. After writing this one, you have to check the valency shell. Now valency shell here 3, valency shell here 2. Now they are not belongs to same period. It belongs to second period, and it belongs to which period? Third period. Now valency shell 3, valency shell here 4. It belongs to third period. It belongs to fourth period. Now valency shell is what here? 3s1. Valency shell is what? 3s1. Here valency shell is again 3p5. Both are what? Same. So same period. Third period, third period. Answer will be what? C here. Valency shell 2, valency shell 3 here. So that belongs to different period. Now which one is easy? This one is easy or this one is easy? Tell me. Among these two, which one is easy for you?
The first one is easy.
That is the reason. This is also very simple to remember. 1 and 2, 3 to 10, 11 to 18, 19 to 36. Just by adding what? 18, 18, 30 to 8, you will get that. So you need to practice more, they will get that. So this is very important shortcuts for you to identify elements belongs to same period, some case same group also.
So can you explain the first method once again?
This video, you watch video again. Okay. I will put this video on YouTube. Okay. You watch again that one, right? Write the atomic number of the element present in the third period and seventh group of the periodic table. This is the very important questions you are getting in examinations. This type of questions you are getting in examination. Write the atomic number of the element present in the third period and 17th group here. Okay, third period and the period number is equal to what? Third. The group is equal to what? 17th group. Now, how to make the answer for this type of questions here? How to make the answers here? What we need to do actually? Atomic numbers. Now, very simple. So, first of all, go for 17th group. Go for the 17th group. Yesterday, I told you what is 17th group? Nothing but 7th A group element. 7th A group element, right? Now you remember what? First and second, third period elements. Okay, up to remember first, second, and if possible, third period elements. Now, what is the first period element in the 7th group? Is it there? First element in the first period element of 7th A group, is it there? Is in first period of 7th A group element or 17th group element? You understood my question. Is there any element in the first period of 17th group?
No, sir.
No, there is no element.
Sir.
Right. Now, the elements start from the second period because first period only 2 elements are there. I told you one is hydrogen, helium. So, any period, isn't it? Other than the hydrogen, helium, they start from second period. Other than the hydrogen and helium, elements will start from second period only. So in 17th group, the first element present in the second period. Okay, the first element present in which period? Second period. What is that element? Fluorine. Okay, now you remember only second period only. Leave it the third period. Okay, now atomic number of fluorine will be definitely will be 9, right? Next, in third period, atomic number. I am writing chlorine, no problem. Atomic number. How you identify atomic number? What we have to add?
9 plus 8.
8 we need to add. So definitely atomic number will be going to get 17 here. Now, fourth period. They are asking actually what? Third period only, no? What they are asking? Third period. 17th group. Atomic number, how much we got here? 17. The answer will be here 7. If they ask for suppose 50th period. For suppose if they ask what happened, 50th period. The question if they ask what happened, 50th period. What we have to do? Go for what? 4th period. Go for what? 4th period. Now add this 17. Add this 17 with how much you have to add?
18.
Yeah. Now how much we get?
53.
35. 35. Okay. Now 50th period, you will get 53. 50th period. Now plus again 18, you will get 53. Now this will be the bromine, this will be the iodine. At least you should know second period. If they ask what is the first element of 16th group, you have to say oxygen. What is the first element of 13th group? You have to say boron. If you know that one, you will get the answers. So that is the reason what I'm saying. Second period elements compulsory you need to remember here. What are that actually? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Okay, this is belongs to what? First group, second group, 13th group, 14th group, 15th group, 16th group, 17th group, 18th. Okay, now the third, fourth, fifth groups will be there in the fourth period. Okay, in third period, we don't have the third to what? 12th group elements here. Third to 12th group elements will start from which period? Fourth period. So you need to remember fourth period also. So all of you remember elements of first period, second period, fourth period, if possible, third period also. It will be easy for you. Okay, this type, this is the way we can give the answer here. Okay, this is completed. Write atomic number of the element present in the third period and 17th group of the periodic number. What we got? 17, right? We already completed. Now let me move to what? Fourth period. Okay. Now fourth period contains what actually? Potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium, germanium, arsenic, selenium, bromine, and krypton. These are the elements we are having. Atomic number from where? 19 to, isn't it? 36. Isn't it? Now this group belongs to which group actually? First group, second group, third group, fourth group, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, isn't it? It starts from electronic configuration. It starts from where? 4s1, 4s2. Now electronic configuration here will be for scandium. Tell me. Speak out.
4p1.
3d1.
So 3D1.
See, remember 4s. After filling the 4s, next we have to fill 3d. After 3d, we have to fill 4p. So don't give answer blindly. What 4s after? Definitely 4p will be there. But remember, 3d is having less energy than the 3p. Why? Because in this case, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. But this is more. Definitely 4p also will be more actually. So 3d1, 4s2, 3d1. This will be 4s2, 3d2. This similarly what happened? This will get 3d5. Okay, this will get 3d10. 4s2. Now after filling the 3d, next we have to go for where? 4p. Now this
4P.
will 4p1. This will have 4s2, 3d10, 4p6. Isn't it? Which one? Krypton configuration. The outermost shell configuration for krypton will be what actually? 4s2, 4p6. Because 3d is inner orbital. So understood how to make electronic configurations. Everyone understood how to make electronic configuration. Okay, in this way we need to make electronic configuration. Okay, so in fourth period, it starts with potassium, ends with krypton. Configuration 4s1, 4s2, then 4s2, 3d1, 4s2, 3d2, 4s2, 3d3, 4s1, 3d5, 4s2, 3d5, 4s2, 3d6, 4s2, 3d7, 3d8 like that. After that, what happened? Gallium, 4s2, 3d10, 4p1, next 4s2, 3d10, 4p2, like that we have tried up to krypton, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6. Total 18 elements are there. Total 18 elements are there. Now, important point here. What is the important point here? In fourth period, which orbitals will be filled? 4s orbital, 3d orbital, 4p. First 4s, then 3d, after 4p. Okay. In this way, you have to remember, you need to practice the things. Now, remember one more thing here. It contains 3D transition series which contain 10 elements. They're from scandium here, scandium to zinc, isn't it? Ends with 30, atomic number 30 with electronic configuration 3d1, 4s2 to 3d10, 4s2, isn't it? This is the thing. This part. Okay, you observe again here. This part. Okay, spot will be here actually. दो क्लास लेते हैं हाँ 2 minutes एक कम शुरू next 50 period if I complete अभी स्टार्ट किया अभी स्टार्ट period if you observe what happened here, you are going to have, this is the elements you are going to have 37 to what 54 from where rubidium to xenon, rubidium to xenon. You start with from rubidium, end with what xenon. Now how to fill the electron again 5s1 5s2. Now here we have to go for 4d1. Previous it is 3d1, now it is 4d1. Next it will be 4d10 and this will be what 5p1, this will be 5p6. Completed. Very simple, no? 5s1 5s2 again here 5s2 4d1 5s2 4d2 5s2 4d3 like that you are tried up to 5s2 4d10. Next 5s2 4d10 5p1 5s2 4d10 5p2. Finally what happened 5s2 4d10 5p6. So total how many elements you are having? 18 elements you are having. Okay, now which this is important one for us. Which orbitals are filling? 5s, 4d and 5p orbitals are filling in 5th period here. Now it consists of 4d transition series. This is from here to what happened here, isn't it? So this is about the 5th period. Next 5th period actually what happened in the 4d series, yttrium to what cadmium electrons elements will be filled here. Next is 6th period. If you observe 6th period, now again cesium, barium, lanthanum. After that you have to fill what lanthanides here. Yesterday we discussed this one. Again lutetium will come after what? Before the hafnium. Then we get remaining elements here. Now, if you observe what happened here, start with cesium 6s1. This one will be 6s2. This one will be what? ID1. Okay. Now here it will start with what actually 4f1, 4f2. Similarly, what happened? I'm writing up to 4f14 like this. This will be 4f13. Again, you will get here 5d2, 5d3. Something what happened? I'm writing here 5d10 like this up to 5d10. Next year it will get 6s, 6p1, 6p1, 6p6. In this way, you have to fill the electrons. Now, which orbitals are filling in this one? 4 orbitals are filling. What are they? 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p. 6s is filling where in the cesium and the barium. 4f is filling where? In from cerium to what? Lutetium. For 5d is filling from where? Hafnium to what here? Mercury. And finally, 6p is filling from where? Titanium to what here? So thallium to what here? Radon. In this way, we are filling the electrons. The important thing is this is important. If you know this one, you can write this one very easily. And finally, what happened? Now it contains what 5d transition series, lanthanum to what? Mercury. This one elements. This element already I told you this one. And also what happened? That is called inner transition elements. Everything we already completed this one. Actually, say 7th period. 7th period contains what actually? Francium. Francium to what here? Oganescent. OG. Oganescent. An octane is nothing but what? Oganescent. Oganescent, isn't it? Now, total how many elements we are having? 32 elements we are having. Now, these electrons are filled in which orbital? 7s orbital. That means this one. 7s1, 7s2. 5f orbitals. Where? 5f1, 5f2, and finally what happened? 5f13, 5f14 like this. 6d. 6d fills here. 6d1, 6d2. Now this will be 6d10 here. Now 7p orbitals will fill where? Here like this. 7p1 to what? 7p6. In this way, the electrons are filling. That means in the 7th period, in addition to these transition elements, you are going to have one more. That is what? Actinates you are going to have. Actinates means after 89 to 90, 103 to what? 104 you have to make in this. This is about the 7th period actually. 6D transition series. This one is called 5F, the transition elements. When you read everything, it will be easy for you. What you observe here, based upon this, you observe here in the table, N is equal to 1, hydrogen to helium. N is equal, second period, N is equal to 2, lithium to neon. Third period, sodium to argon. Fourth period, potassium to krypton. Fifth period, rubidium to xenon. Sixth period, cesium to radon. Seventh period, francium to argon-S, OG. 7s to 7p6. So this is the table for what? Elements present in the periodic table. Which period? First period, then second period, third period, fourth period, like that. How to justify the presence of 18 elements in the fifth period? How you say 18 elements are there in the fifth period? In examination, they will ask this type of questions for 1 mark question. 1 mark question, description method you have to write. How you justify the presence of 18 elements in the fifth period? How to say the answer here? Very simple, you have to say. When fifth period, if they say what fifth period, N is equal to what actually? 5. If they say fifth period, N is equal to 5. Now what will be the L values? L values always will be, L is equal to always will be lesser than what? N. S always will be, L always will be lesser than N. N is equal to actually what here? 5. When N is equal to 5, L values will be what actually? 0, 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? So I have to take here 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Total we get 4 only. If it is 5, we get 4 values. If it is 3, we get 2 values like that. So in that case, 0 means what? 5s. Next what happened? 1, 5p. Then what happened? 2. That means what happened? 4d, isn't it? But actually what happened? We don't have the F orbital. F orbital starts from where? F start from where? 6th period. Okay? F start from the 6th period. This is important point you need to remember. F orbitals will start from the 6th. Otherwise, I will write one thing. S start from where? First period. P starts from where? Second period. D starts from where? Fourth period. F start from where? 6th period. So there is no F orbitals in the 5th period. So what I have taken? 5s, 4d and 5. Now in s orbital, how many electrons we can fill? Only 2. In d we can fill 10. In p we can fill 6. Total we are getting 18 electrons we are filling actually. The total number of orbitals are available 9. So in that case 9 into 2, 18. So 5th period contains what actually? 18 electrons, isn't it? In this way we can easily answer, isn't it? The number of elements present in second, third, fourth, fifth period of modern periodic table respectively. The number of elements present in second, third, fourth, fifth period of modern periodic table respectively. What are the elements we are presenting? Tell me the answer for this one. In second period, how many elements are present? Tell me. First of all, tell me here, all of you.
8.
8. Third period?
8.
8. Fourth?
18.
18. Fifth period?
18.
Now listen here, it looks very simple for you, but in examination what happened, giving answer is very difficult. But you have to practice for number of times. That is the reason I'm explaining and I'm giving the questions also. So that it will be practice for you. So answer will be what actually? 8, 8, 18 and 18. Where is the answer? It is? Which option is having answer?
C option.
Option number C. So in this way, in different method they will answer. If we know the periodic table, then only we can answer here. Which of the following pair belongs to same period in the periodic table? It belongs to same period. Is it possible for you? That I think you don't have, because you don't know these elements, no? Nickel, titanium we can know. But you know this silver. At least you know calcium and titanium.
B.
Yes, sir.
So,
Option
Yes,
B.
sir. Please come on.
calcium titanium belongs to what? Same period, isn't it? Which are the following pairs? No, just a minute. This one actually calcium configuration is what? 4s2. Okay, titanium will be 4s2 3d1. So answer will be what here? Calcium and titanium. This is the answer, not potassium and nickel. This is the wrong answer. This one is the right answer. This is the wrong answer. This one is the right answer. Nickel also will be there, no? Calcium and titanium is also there, no? Sorry. Both are correct answers. Sorry. Both are correct answers. 20 and 22, 19 and 28. Nickel is also there, no? Okay. Both A and B are also correct answers. In this case, A and B also correct answer. The following is a 100th element in the periodic table. Is it possible for you? Terbium, remember this one. In this way also they will ask questions. 100th element, okay? Terbium. 2-phase electronic configuration, black phase configuration. Just a minute. Two, 3, 5 minutes. Only 3-4 slides are there. Right. Two-phase electronic configuration, block-wise classification. Let me see now. Two-phase electronic configurations, if you observe here. First TA group, okay? First TA group, according to the Mendeleev periodic table, the configuration will be NS1. If you take any element in the first TA group, they will have NS1 configuration. For example, you observe here, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. All are belongs to which group here? First TA. Now their outermost valency shell configuration, if you observe here, 2s1, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1 and 6s1, isn't it? So if we know the group number, we can write the valency shell electronic configuration. For example, rubidium is there. Rubidium is given. For rubidium, it belongs to first TA group. Okay. Now rubidium is present in which period? Actually, 5th period. Okay. So we can write 5s1 is the outermost shell configuration. So first TA group element will have NS1 as a valency shell electronic configuration. For example, if we go for what? Second TA group element, isn't it? If you go for second TA group element. Second TA group element, what happened? You are having beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Configuration will be what? NS2 configuration. So you can make here 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, 7s2. This will be the outermost shell configuration. This will be the outermost shell configuration actually. So in this way, we can easily get the things here. For example, I will take third TA group elements. Third TA, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. In this case, how to make the electronic configuration? Third TA will have NS2 NP1. So we can write here 3s2 3p1, outermost shell, 4s2, 2s2 2p1, 3s2 3p1, 4s2 4p1, 5s2 5p1, and 6s2 6p1. In this way, we can make electronic configurations. Now let me see here. Finally, we'll take blockwise. How to classify the elements in terms of blockwise, S block and P block. Now S block will have first TA group and second TA group. Why? Because the electrons will fill in where? Here electrons are filling in where? NS1 orbital. Here electrons are filling where? In NS2 orbital. That is the reason they belongs to S block. Here the differentiating electron is filling in which orbital? NS orbital. If anybody asks you What is S block element? What is the answer you should give? The elements in which differentiating electron, last electron entering in ns orbital, they are called S block elements. Ns means it may be ns1 or ns2 configuration. Now, what is the meaning of P block here? P block means what happened? The elements in which differentiating electron is entering in the NP orbital. They're entering in NP orbital, then they are called as P block elements. For example, you observe in this group, the electrons are entering in NS2, NP1, NS2, NP1. They're entering in NS2, NP2. Here it is entering NP3, NP4, NP5, NP6. In this way, the electrons are filling. So, what is P block element? The elements in which electrons are entering, the differentiating electron entering, last electron entering in the NP orbital, they are called P block elements, isn't it? Now, if you observe D block element, in this what happened? The differentiating electron will enter in n-1 d orbital. N-1 d orbital, they are called D block elements. For example, if you go for scandium, the electrons will enter where 3d1. Electrons will enter 3d2. Here finally, the electrons will enter in 3d10. That means all these elements, the last electron will enter in which orbital? N-1 d orbital. For example, you take dubnium will take. Dubnium if you take what happens? Dubnium belongs to which period? 7th period. Now n is equal to here what? 7. Now n-1 is equal to what here? 6. Now in dubnium, the electrons will enter in 6d orbital. The configuration will be 63. Isn't it? In this way, we can easily write the configuration. For example, you take osmium. Osmium if I take. Osmium belongs to which period actually? 6th period. Okay, n is equal to here 6. N-1 is equal to what? 5. Now in osmium, electrons will fill where? In 5d. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5d, 6 it is. Isn't it? So it is a D block element. And finally, we'll take F block elements here. In F block elements, the differentiating electron will enter in which orbital? N-2 F orbital. N-2 F orbital. N-2 F orbital. So these are the elements. For example, I want a configuration of what? Samarium. Samarium configuration. Now, which period they belongs to actually here? 6th period. N is equal to here 6. Now, N-2 is equal to how much here? N-2 is equal to what? 4 actually. So it will fill in 4f orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So configuration will be 4f5 like this. So in this way, the classification of elements isn't it based upon their filling of electrons. If you observe what happened, S block, D block, P block, and F block. So this is about the classification: S block, D block, D block. So this is the modern periodic table. In S block, what elements are having? First A group, second A group. First A group is also called alkali metals. Second A group is called alkali earth metals, isn't it? Now, first A group configuration will be NS1 configuration. Second A group configuration will be NS2 configuration. Generally, these are all metals. And they show what? +1 configuration. If they lose this electron, they show +1 configuration. If they are oxidation state, if they lose 2 electron, they show +2 oxidation state actually. The metallic, remaining topic will take next class. Okay, we'll take in next class. Already 2 o'clock, no, to 12 o'clock. So I sent this in PDF yesterday. So you just watch that PDF and also video also. I have already recorded this video. If anybody want to watch again, you can watch this one. If anybody so that you can easily watch.